Welcome to my tragedies, or welcome back to my tragedies. So today's story is going to be about my best friend getting kidnapped at my graduation rehearsal right in front of me. Literally my life. Well, her life. Like, we're going to get into it. Okay. Pretty much, I graduated like a year and a half early. I was at this school. School was in the mall, like literally the high school. It was like a learning academy type school. So it was pretty much just small, you know, for people that fell behind in credits or want to get ahead in credits. So I wanted to get ahead, so I was there. Also, there's like pregnant girls there, you know, people that like got pregnant and it was like, oh, I don't want to be in normal school, so they go here. So pretty much small school setting in a mall, second floor. Yes, literally. So the graduation rehearsal was at the school, at the mall. All right, we're caught up. Boom. Okay. I'm getting ready to go to the rehearsal. It's like the type of rehearsal where everybody's parents come. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like a wrap up of the end of the school year, or you know, like we'll have like refreshments and stuff. Like, oh, bring your parents. We're gonna have like cookies and like refreshments. You know, like that type of situation. So everybody's parents is coming and stuff like that. I'm getting ready, except for my mom. Like she wasn't coming. I don't know why. Why didn't she come? I don't know. She wasn't coming. Anywho, so I'm getting ready, and by the way, I just got my car at this time. Like I got my car probably like a week or two before this graduation rehearsal, and I hadn't been to school in like a couple weeks. So none of my friends have seen my car yet, like in person, only on Snapchat. So I'm excited to pull up in the whip at a graduation rehearsal, you know, like be stunting on people, like So my friend is Snapchatting me and she's crying and stuff like that, Snapchatting me. She's like, oh my god, like somebody just stole my car. So I'm like, oh my god, like who stole your car? And she's like, my boyfriend like stole my car, like we got into it and like he took off with my car and like he's leaving, like he's gone forever. He took my car and everything like that, took everything in it. And I'm like, dang, like that's horrible. But you know, I'm kind of like, you want to see the whip? You know what I mean? Like, you want to see my new whip? Like, I'm like, girl, it's okay. Like, I'm sorry. Like, sorry to hear that, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you know, like, don't worry. I'll give you a ride home after the graduation rehearsal. So, she was like, all right. And she caught a ride to the graduation rehearsal. You know, everything's going smoothly, everything like that. You know, we're meets and greets with the teachers, wrap up with the end of the school year. You know, everybody's eating cookies and drinking punch. Probably lasts like an hour or something. Broad daylight though, you know what I mean? Like it's like 2, 3 p.m. So we're leaving the mall / school, and I go outside. I come out before her, so I get in my car, and I'm just waiting. You know, like waiting in the back for her or whatever. Like you know, like got the music bumping, the windows down. One of my other friends walked by, and she sat on the hood. She was like. And you know, I'm just in there like, hey, you know, people around my car like, you know, like stuffing and stuff like that. Like I'm really like turning up like new whip, you know what I mean? They're like, I see you, and I'm like, yeah. So I'm waiting for her to come out, and then I just start checking stuff on my phone, talking to other people, and next thing you know, like I see her car pull up, and I'm like watch her car go by, and it was her boyfriend driving her car, and I'm like, okay. Like, why would he pull up? But, like, whatever. So then she walks up and she gets in the passenger seat of the car. And they're talking and I'm just, like, minding my business still. Waiting for her, you know, trying to see, like, you know, waiting on a text message. Waiting for her to come over here. Trying to see, like, you still need a ride? Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Like, just an update. So I'm just on my phone still talking to people. And then next thing you know, I hear screaming. Like, I hear her screaming to the top of her lungs. Like, in the parking lot. Broad daylight in this mall parking lot. And I look up, and, like, all the windows in her car were down. Like, the windows were tinted black, but they were, like, just dropped down a little bit. So I hear her screaming. And I just see, like, the whole, like, Impala shaking. Like, the whole car is shaking. And I'm, like, shook. So I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? So I'm, like, you know, looking like this, like, looking. And this man, by the way, her boyfriend didn't like me already. Because, like, he thought I was trying to sell her, like, Mr. Steel Girl or something like that, but like we really was just friends, but like that's beside the point. So like he doesn't like me. This man is probably like 21, 22, and I think she was 18 at the time. No, she was 17 also. So you know, she just like everybody likes to be with the older guys. And yeah, so he was like a couple years older than her. So like he's a grown man, and he's just punching her in the car, like punching her. She's swinging back, and she's like, "Get out of my car!" So she's in the passenger seat like this. He's in the driver's seat like this. I'm just shook the house. So, like, and it all happened so quick. Like, don't think I was just sitting there for like 10 minutes. Like no, it happened real quick. Like, probably like less than 30 seconds. All this was happening. And then I see some people run up to the car, snatch his door open, and try to pull him out the car. By the way, this man is like body built like Rick Ross. So, 200, 300 pounds. I want to say like 250. We're going to give him 250. 250 pounds, solid built, black dude in this car. He's not, there's like 4 other skinny legends trying to pull this man out the car. He's not budging. He's still like beating her up. There's other dudes like, yo, like it's not worth it. Like let her go. Like whatever. Like let her go. So while they're doing that, I'm like, throw it and drive. Pull up next to them. And as soon as I pull up with the door open, there's people trying to pull him out the car. My friend is beating him up. He's beating her up. And then he presses on the gas, like throws in the drive, presses on the gas, and it's like with the whole door open, the whole situation, and just takes off. And she's like, let me out the car, screaming. So, and mind you, since he pulls off, he almost hits me. So I'm like, I back up. He flies around like in this small parking lot. Literally, everybody's already looking like this is a bad situation. Graduation rehearsal, like this is the end of the school year, and everybody's parents is there like looking like, honestly, I'm surprised more people didn't get involved, but like everybody was just like shook the house. You know what I mean? So everybody shook, and I'm like, yo, this is so ratchet. I'm like, yo, you don't even go here. Like, how you gonna come and hood up the graduation rehearsal, and like you don't even go to the school? Like, that one meme was like, you don't even go here. Like literally, like that was me, but like real life. Like you don't even go here. Like why are you here? Like, how you gonna come and hood up the whole graduation and everything like that? So I bet people's parents were really like, so this is where I was sending my kid to school? You know what I mean? Like that type of situation. So anyways, he pulls off. I'm in the car, and I pull off behind him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not about to just take off, and I'm just going to be like, all right, well, I'm going to go home. Like, you just stole my friend's car, kidnapped her, and, like, beat her up in front of me, and I'm just going to go home. No. So I'm following him, and a whole bunch of people jump in the car behind me. So it's like Impala, BMW, Mustang, Charger. Like, just a line of us cars, like, following him. And he's like, like, this man, it's not his car. So he's driving it like he stole it. You know what I mean? So he's, like, hitting curbs, running over the grass, all over the place. And I'm flying. We have to go around this turnaround under the highway. Go around this turnaround. This man tries to run me off the highway. And then I was just like, yo, like, what even do I do? You know what I mean? Like, my best friend's literally getting beat up in the car. I'm flying down the road behind them, and I just hear her screaming. And I'm just kind of like seeing, like, limbs flying, like, in the car. And the car is swerving like this. Like, the Impala's, like, literally all over the road. And I'm just, like, shook. So I'm still following them, and I really felt like there was nothing I could do, because like I literally just got my car, paper plates on it still. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like run into them, run them off the road? Because then, okay, now she got beat up. Now her car is totaled. Now my car is totaled. No, and then like what would happen? Like, I'm just gonna square up with this man? Like, absolutely, positively not. Yeah, so I continue following them. You know when your stomach drops and like you're just like hot, like you just feel like hot inside, and you're just like literally like shaking, like we're just like shook. Like, so I'm like following them, like, oh my god, like following them. This man is pushing like 110 down the highway. So I'm pushing 110, he's pushing 110. The Mustang behind me, she's pushing 110, and it's like a whole bunch of dudes in there too from the graduation. So like we're all just flying down the road, just like trying to see like where he's gonna go. You know what I mean? Like, because at this point, he really just, like, a whole grown man just pulled up to the graduation rehearsal, beat up his ex-girlfriend, whatever, beat up my best friend in front of everybody at a mall, in a mall parking lot, broad daylight, like 2 p.m. on like a Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like beat her up, stole the car, and just driving down the road like 100 plus. So I'm thinking, like, he's gonna kill her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe I was just, like, thinking too extreme, but, like, that's my best friend. So, I'm like, yo, I don't know where he's going. This man could really just fly off the highway, fly off a bridge, and, like, kill both of them, and, like, I'm not gonna jump off the bridge, because I can't swim, and I'm not totaling my car, sorry about it. So, I just called the police, and I called the police, and I'm like, literally shaking. Because, like, I don't think I've ever had to call the police. Maybe, like, once before, but, like, accidents. You know what I mean? So, like, this, I'm calling the police on purpose this time. So, I'm, like flying down the highway, 110. And just, like, a line of us cars flying down, like, following him. And I'm like, yes, like, my friend just got kidnapped and, like, he stole her car, like, it's her boyfriend, he stole her car, and, like, we're just leaving graduation rehearsal, we're at Rolling Oaks Mall, and, like, now we're on the highway, and she's like, calm down, she's telling me, like, calm down, I'm gonna transfer you, tell them everything, and we're gonna send some police out, like, the police are gonna be right behind you. So I'm like, okay, transfer's over, I tell him everything, I'm like, yo, I'm telling him everything, and then this police officer says okay, sir, what direction are you going in? What? I said, I don't know. And I'm like shook still. So I'm like, I don't know. Mind you, 110. I don't know. Like, I don't know what direction. Now I look at my little mirror thing and it has like the northwest, north, whatever, all the stuff. So I'm like, all right, we're going like northeast down the highway. And he's like, what highway are you on? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And now I look up and I'm like, okay. Okay, we're on like loop 410, like going like northeast down the highway, like where I don't know where this man's going, so like I can't promise you that we're gonna be in the same spot. I'm really just following him. Like I don't know. So he's like, all right, we're gonna send somebody out. So police are on the way, and we're still flying down the highway, weaving through traffic, weaving through trucks, like driving on the shoulder lane, 110 plus, just like Fast and Furious scene, like in real life, kidnapping right in front of me. So I call my mom because I'm like shook, like if anything happens, you know what I mean, like just like update her. So I'm like, she answers the phone all calm because like life, you know, she's like, hi, you know, how's the graduation rehearsal? And I'm like, we're leaving, like my friend just got kidnapped, like we're on the highway, like driving at like 100 and something, like the police are on the way, like I don't know what's happening, there's a trail of cars behind me, like my friend's crying, she's getting punched in the face right now, like she's bleeding, and my mom's like, calm down, like telling me like a whole bunch of stuff, and she's like telling me a whole bunch of stuff, and she's like, she literally sighed, like she was just like the biggest, do not get hurt, do not get in trouble, like, oh my god, like, okay, fine, just call me back, like, I don't know, like, let me know how everything goes, like, do not get in an accident, do not get in trouble, and I'm like, and by the way, I'm running out of gas, because, like, duh, my life, like, my car is always on E, I run out of gas, like, not run completely out, but I ride with, like, 20 miles left all the time, so I'm like, and I'm running out of gas, by the way. And she's like, oh my god, like, so I'm like, I have to pull over to get gas, but like, she's still getting beat up and like screaming and crying, and this man's weaving through traffic, and like, there's a trail of cars behind me, and like, I think I'm the only one that called the police, so like, if I pull over, how am I gonna even find them still? And, like, she's not answering me, she's not answering the phone, like, I'm trying to text her, I'm trying to call her, she's not answering, like, the police aren't even gonna be to find them, like, you know, so she's like, all right, everything's gonna be fine, like, my mom's like, all right, everything's gonna be fine, like, just whatever, like, calm down, just keep following them, let me know what happens. She hangs up. So I'm like, okay, at this point, when you're going like 100 plus and you have like 20 miles left, it easily turns into like 10. You know what I mean? Like, cut in half, gas is gone. So at this point, I'm looking and I'm like, yo, like I got like 10 miles of gas left. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to pull over to get gas on this high-speed chase. Like, I hear police sirens, but they're like gone. You know what I mean? Like, police sirens are like, I don't know which direction they're coming from. Like, what if that's even like an ambulance or something like that? You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm hearing sirens, and I'm looking at this thing go from like 10 miles, 9 miles, 8 miles, and I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like, I feel like I would be such a bad friend to call the police, go on this whole chase with the trail of cars behind me, and then just like pull over to get gas and a snack. You know what I mean? Like, no. So I just keep following them. This is not funny. Like, what? I just keep following them. And then he ends up to kind of start driving back like a normal civilian. So we end up on streets, and the cars behind me just end up like fading off. Like, why? I don't know. I guess they just gave up, or I don't, like, you know, we have better things to do. Like, high-speed chase was fun for like 5-10 minutes, but like we're going somewhere else. So one car leaves, I look back, there's another car still, so it's like 2 of us following them now. And then I look back like a couple minutes later, and it's just like me and them. So I'm like, okay, wow, y'all flopped, failures, like what was even the point, you know what I mean? So he ends up turning into this apartment complex, and it's the apartment complex type where you have to like pull up and put in a little code something, and then like a gate opens. So at the time, honestly, I was so like just in my mind confused, you know what I mean, and like didn't want to risk me trying to fly through a gate. You know, if it opens up and only one car is supposed to go through, and like I try to squeeze through, you know what I mean? Like he tried to run me off the road. He doesn't like me. Clearly, he doesn't want me to be there. You know what I mean? He could easily just hit the brakes and me get my car smashed by the gate. So like I didn't risk it. So the gate closed, and I'm just outside the apartment complex. I parked outside by like the visitor center, whatever. You know how every apartment complex has that. So like I park out right. So I park right out there, and I get another call. Like I get a call back from the police, and I answer, and he's like, hey, like he's like, hey, I'm Sheriff blah blah blah, whatever his name was, and he's like, where are you at now? And at this point, I'm really just like, y'all flopped, y'all be in everybody's business, like every time of day when don't nobody wants you, when don't nobody needs you, harassing people. But then as soon as something happens, soon as I need you, you fail me. You had one job. There's people getting sent to the moon. There's like freaking like veneers and fake teeth, heart surgery, but you can't track my phone. I was like, you couldn't just track me to, like, you can't track me to find where I am, to find where we are. He's like, no, sorry, like, it doesn't work like that, but, like, where are you at? So I'm looking around, like, telling the apartment complex, and then two trucks just pull up behind me. So I'm like, all right, y'all are mad late, but, like, they kind of pull up at me, like, 2 minutes after the gate closes, and at this point, I don't know this apartment complex, I've never seen it, so I don't know if it's just, like, a one-way in, one-way out. So I'm sitting there like looking like waiting for this Impala to come back out, waiting for him to come back out, but I don't see it. So I'm like, yo, like, what if there was another exit? You know what I mean? Like, what if there's a back exit? And then he like pulled through and like snatched her up and like beat her up and put her in the trunk and like took off out the back exit or like drug her in his house or something. You know what I mean? Like chopped her body up. So I don't know. So I'm like freaking out. Like, I don't know, like, telling police everything that happened. I'm like, I don't know where he is. Like, I didn't see him come back out. Like, my friend was screaming, she was crying, everything like that. And and the police is telling me, like, asking me, like, my name, her name, his name. I'm like, yo, like, I don't know his name. I don't know his name, but I'm telling him, like, everything. I'm like, this man, he's, like, a whole grown man. You know, like, we're, like, children. We're just leaving graduation rehearsal. And she almost got killed. Like, she just got kidnapped. Her car is probably not even in the same condition it was when we freaking left the school or the mall, whatever. So he's like, all right, and I'm like, yo, like, that's my best friend. I feel horrible that I couldn't do anything, but like, what do you do if your best friend is in a car in a high-speed chase getting beat up? This isn't Fast and Furious. I don't have people in the car with me so I could be like, grab the wheel, put it in freaking like cruise control at 110, climb out the window, jump on top of the car and like climb in there and like beat him up and then like take over. Like, no, this is real life. So like that couldn't happen, and I was just like not gonna run her off the road, run him off the road, kill everybody, total my car like first week out type situation. So I'm like, I just feel horrible, I feel helpless. But like this man, I was telling him like, I don't want this man like around her anymore, like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, she hasn't responded to me, she hasn't called me back, anything, so like she could be dead. And he's like, calm down, I'm sure she's fine. And I'm like, she's dead, like my best friend's dead. And he's like, no, like everything's gonna be fine, like we're gonna find her, like we're gonna find him, like we're gonna find out everything like that. But he did tell me, he said in situations like this, you cannot get a restraining order for somebody. Just because this happened and everything like that, you can't get a restraining order for somebody. They would have to go and get it for themselves. Unless something happened like this, like mad multiple times in front of everybody, to where, in front of like the police or something, to where they could be like, or on video, where they could be like, okay, he's clearly is like, you know, abusive, so like y'all are not allowed to be together at all. He was like, you can't do that. So it'll be up to her to make the final decision if she wants to stay with him or not, and everything like that. So I'm like, wow, okay, flop, okay. So then the police end up opening the gate somehow and driving through there, and I pull in behind them, and they're asking me like, okay, like what's the car? Like, do you see it? Like, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, he's gone. She's dead. And he's like, no, like calm down. So he ends up leaving, and they try to go find the Impala. So they hit the sirens, fly out the apartment complex, and I'm just like still shook the house. You know what I mean? But I'm in this apartment complex, like feeling like I could die at this point. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I don't see the car, but like, what if he's here? Like, I have no tint on my window, so I'm literally just like driving through this hood ratchet apartment complex in my BMW, like I could get killed, like I could get killed with her or something. I don't know. Maybe I just overthought it, but like the stuff that happened, like to her screams and like the blood and like the whole car shaking and like the police chase and everything, like it was a lot. So I feel like I had the right to like think extreme things. Anywho, so I pull out the apartment complex and I'm just still shook. And I go to the gas station, like the nearest gas station. I pull into the gas station like 2 miles left. And I get a Snapchat from her. And I open up the Snapchat and she's like, and I quote, "Oh, thanks, Zach, but like, we're good. Like, I'm good. It's okay." And I said, "What do you mean you good?" And she said, "Oh, it's good. Like, I got a couple licks in. Like, I hit him a couple times. Like, we good or whatever. Like, he dropped me off at my aunt's house. Like, that's this apartment complex. Dropped me off at my aunt's house, my aunt's crib. And then, like, I don't know, he just peeled out. But, like, it's fine or whatever. Like, he just gets like that sometimes. He just gets like that sometimes. He just gets like that sometimes. He just gets like that sometimes." What? And at this point, I'm like confused. Like, I'm running back memories like in my mind that just happened within the past 30 minutes. And I'm like, did this really just happen? Or am I hallucinating? Am I crazy? Did this really just happen? Because if everything that I just saw just happened, there's no way that she could just downplay this and be like, he just gets like that sometimes. And I'm really furious. I've never typed so hard and so fast on my phone. I'm like denting in the screen like, he just stole your car. He just jacked up your rims. He just punched you in the face. I couldn't do anything. I don't know what to do. Like, he just let you on a whole high speed chase. I'm like, you're my best friend. Like, he was beating you up and like, I couldn't do anything, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, it's fine. Like, it's whatever. Like, we get into it sometimes. And I'm like, sis, the whole school saw. Like, you got beat up in front of everybody and they mama. Literally at this graduation rehearsal. So I'm like, what are you talking about? Anywho, she just really blows it off. And I'm like, I am not having it. At this point, school is, so at this point, the school is over, but it's like I said, an academy type school, so everybody finishes at their own pace. However, it was the time of year where it was like very much the end. So anybody left at school, like school was still in session, but it was probably for like another 2 weeks or so, like still in session. So there's still school going on, people still there trying to finish up, trying to wrap up, trying to graduate. So like I got done, I graduated, got done with all my credits in I think like February, March, right? So I had time off, but there was still like people, like people, but there's still like people in schools in session later. So I'm like, yo, she's mad tripping. She's not all the way there. Like, I've heard of this before where people in abusive relationships tend to make excuses for like their spouse or whatever. And I'm like, absolutely, positively no. Ain't no way that I can just know that my best friend was getting beat up. Because now I'm like, he already don't like me. He just tried to run me off the road. I just tried to, he wants to fight me. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, we can't really be like friends. Like, I can't really even be around you knowing that this man really wants to kill me. You know what I mean? And like that he's like almost killed you and like stole your car and everything like that. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. But I just kind of drop it and just kind of start talking to her less, but talking to her about normal things because she really just wants to act like all this didn't happen. So I'm like, okay, school's still in session. I want her parents to find out. Like, I want her parents to know that she just got beat up and her car got stolen. She wants to act like everything's normal and everything's fine. Like, it's not. So I drive up to the school and I go up to the school and I walk in there and I'm like, hey, I talk to the secretary. I'm like, hey, something just happened. And I don't know if you've heard about it already, But I know this is going to sound really crazy, but I promise you this really happened. Like, there's so many people that saw it. There's no way, and there's cameras around. Like, this is a mall. There's no way that I can look like a liar. So, I told her everything that happened, and she's like shook. Like, she shook too. So she's like, okay, okay. She calls the principal, and I go in the principal's office and talk to the principal. And I'm telling the principal everything. Side note, I don't even like the principal. So for me to be sitting in the office, like, I don't have to be at school. I already graduated. I don't have to be here. I don't have to be talking to the principal, but I care about my best friend. So I'm here with these people I don't like at a campus I don't want to be at on time that you get the point. I went out of my way. So I'm here, I'm telling the principal everything, and she's like, oh my God, like, are you serious? And I'm like, yes, very serious. So I'm like, you could pull cameras, like, in the parking lot. I don't know what angles they have them at or, like, how much you could see, but, like, it definitely went down in the DM. It definitely went down. And she's like, and then I said, and I don't want to be, like, crossing boundaries or nothing, and I don't really have the authority, and I don't have her mom's number, but I would really want her, like, her parents to find out, because she's kind of in this, like, stage to where she's like, I get it. Not really. But, like, when things happen to me, like, things have happened to me, and, like, I didn't want to tell my parents because I felt like it's, like, embarrassing or, like, you know, they will overreact or freak out or something. So, like, I could understand where she was coming from, like, to where she didn't want to tell her mom. But, like, what? So, I'm, like, telling the principal, I'm like, okay, like, can you just let her mom know, please? And she's like, your principal's like, yes, I'm gonna let her mom know, everything like that. Like, thank you for coming in. She literally shook my hand, everything like that, and was, like, so serious. Like, you probably just saved your best friend's life to get her out of this relationship or whatever, like, the case, just by, like, letting other people know, other family members know about this, because this is crazy. So I'm like, okay, thank you. So now I go home, and a couple days later, my best friend Snapchats me, and she's like, did you go up to the school and tell them some stuff that, like, happened or something? And I'm like, I was like, I talked to them, but, like, what do you mean? And she's like, because now my mom knows that my boyfriend beat me up and stole my car and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, and, like, what's the problem? And she's like, I heard that you talked to them. And I said, I kind of, like, lied, because I said, okay. So I said the school called me because they saw the security camera. So, like, the school called me to ask me about what happened because I'm her best friend. So I was like, yo, like, the school called me up there. So, like, I went up there and, like, told them stuff that happened because it's already on camera. So, like, why would I lie? And, like, they want to know what happened. Like, you're my best friend, and, like, you could have died. So she's like, yeah, but I feel like you just betrayed me. Like, you fake. Like, you on some fake shit. Like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? What? She ends up not wanting to talk to me, and our friendship just, like, shrivels up and dies at this point. Literally, just because I was trying to, like, have her not die, like, protect my best friend, like, whatever, like, but she took it that way. And so, yeah, so we weren't best friends no more. And graduation was, I think, 3 weeks later. Yeah, like, 3 weeks later, a month later. So graduation comes, and I see her at graduation, and she literally just doesn't talk to me. Like, I don't talk to her. And it's weird because, like, we're like, I knew other people. Like, I took graduation pictures with other people and stuff like that. But not that I was her only friend, but, like, I was her main friend. She was my main friend. So at graduation, everybody was, like, looking at her like, you know, like, you good? But, like, nobody said nothing. She didn't say nothing to me. I didn't say nothing to her. All of our, like, our whole family was there. Like, literally, like, 20 plus people from, like, each of our families there. Like, standing out in, like, the foyer area, like, taking pictures and stuff like that. And my mom's like, because she knows my friend. She's like, hey, like, isn't that your best friend? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, how's she doing? And I'm like, I don't know. She doesn't want to talk to me. Like, whatever. So, yeah. And my parents told me, like, people sometimes like that, you can't really be friends with people like that just, like, some people don't appreciate you. Like, they don't appreciate what they have. Like, Because I would have been a mad fake friend to just be like, dang. Like, she getting whooped in that car, and I'm just, like, still, like, plugged with the aux, like, listening with my other friends, like, new whip, and, like, she's just getting beat up, and then they take off, and I'm like, hey, sis, you good? Like, I would have been mad fake for that, so, yeah. So, that's how my friend got kidnapped, got her car stolen at my graduation rehearsal at the school / mall / called the police chase, Fast and Furious, whatever you want to call it. I almost got ran off the road, almost died. She almost died. She got kidnapped. Things. So yeah. So moral of the story, be a good friend. Like, if something like that happens, just know this. Your friend is not going to appreciate you, or like your sister, your brother, whatever. If somebody's in an abusive relationship, they're not going to appreciate, like, they're not going to value your friendship if you, like, tell them about it. Or if you go, like, snitching about it until, like, maybe, like, 10 years down the road. You know what I mean? They're going to look back like, dang, like, he was a real one for that. Be a good friend. Be a good citizen of America, of the UK, of China, Hawaii. I'm losing it. Okay. Anyways, another tragic story from my life. More tragic on her part, but, like, I was there. To keep up with me when I'm not uploading on here, all my social media is Zachariah DeMilo on everything. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get a notification every time I upload. And until next time. Bro, I'm literally in love with this shirt.